I spent over 500 hours watching One Piece, and these are the 30 things you probably didn't know. Did you know that if these shows hadn't existed, One Piece might not have existed either? Many fans know that Oda's biggest influence was the Dragon Ball series. Similarly, Oda's major influences also include Treasure Island and Peter Pan. Talking about influence, I noticed very similar things between Luffy and Sun Wukong. Upon researching, I found that Luffy's character was literally inspired by Sun Wukong, a mythological character from Chinese novels. Chopper's bounty has always been ridiculously low, starting at just 50 berries. After the Dressrosa arc, it took a massive jump, doubling to a whopping 100 berries. Dr. Correa couldn't be prouder. She's so supportive, she even wears a shirt proudly displaying Chopper's bounty. Chopper always wore the same pink hat before the time skip, but its appearance changed afterward. Few fans know that this new hat is still the same one they love. The only difference is that it now has an additional blue guard. Upon researching, I found some Easter eggs about WWE. I discovered that Spandam's mask seems to be inspired by WWE star Mankind. Not only this, another clear nod to wrestling is the Funk Brothers, who fought in the Dressrosa Coliseum. They're inspired by a real-life wrestling tag team called the Funk Brothers. Enel is the former god of Skypiea, and he ate the Goro Goro no Mi, a Logia-type devil fruit that grants the power to create, control, and become lightning at will, making the user a lightning human. We all know this, but did you ever wonder what even is the meaning of Enel? Well, his name is derived from the Spanish word eneldo, which literally means lightning. We have seen Usopp lying a lot, but his character is just meant to make up fake stories and lies. I will explain why. In Japanese, Uso means lie, which fits his personality perfectly. And the second part of his name comes from Aesop, the famous Greek storyteller. Same goes for Nami. Nami's name means wave in Japanese, which is related to sea. But I saw a ridiculous theory of Nami being emu. And yeah, I don't think it's possible, but you can share your opinion though. In Chapter 69, Luffy tried his hand at drawing a mermaid, but what he ended up with was this! It didn't resemble a mermaid at all! But fans were shocked when Luffy visited a mermaid's home and one of the mermaids looked exactly like his terrible drawing. It was a fun and unexpected moment that blew everyone's minds. But what's gonna blow your mind is this hidden secret I found. Did you know that Sabo might have been hinted at way back in Chapter 98? There's a character in a black suit and hat who looks a lot like Sabo. It would make sense since Dragon, the leader of the Revolutionary Army, also shows up to save Luffy in that chapter. Dragon's power is still mystery, but Oda always has hinted powers everywhere. For example, Sanji frequently used the alias Mr. Prince when the Straw Hats were fighting Baroque works, and in Jaya he reveals that he was originally from North Blue, and we all saw him being Prince in the whole Cake arc. So, Dragon must have some kind of powers related to wind, because his tattoo resembles the storm, symbolizing chaos and upheaval. Well, what do you think about that? You can share your opinion in the comments. We can see major Easter eggs in Wano arc too. Take this as an example. In Zoro vs. King fight, while Zoro was using Tiger Haunt attack, we can clearly notice Tiger-like figure in the background. But what's more impressive is his attack left a freaking claw mark on the ground. One of those Easter eggs is in Sanji and Queen's fight too. In episode 1061, when Sanji kicked Queen so hard, even Queen's tattoo started crying. I guess animators really loved animating Zoro and Sanji fights. Well, I don't know about animators, but Skypieans really loved Usopp. Wagomu Land is an amusement park that opened in Skypiea during the 2-year time skip. It was created due to Usopp introducing rubber bands to Skypieans during this time here. And we can even see his statue there. One Piece is known for its world building and character designs, like One Piece villains never training their legs, and females getting old. But I found an interesting fact about our chef. He may be very well known these days for his blonde hair and suit-loving style, but that was not Sanji's style at first. Our man could have been using pistols instead of legs. And his name could have been Black Pistol Sanji instead of Black Leg Sanji. I am sorry. Similarly, he still appears to smoke even in his early design. Much of Sanji's coloring style changed from his first to final days, but Nami does look remarkably similar. She's still very pretty, and her outfit may be more mix-matched here, but that is easy enough to look over. Oh, but her massive battle axe and prosthetic limbs are harder to ignore. While talking about Straw Hats, let's not forget about our captain's famous X scar. We all know that he got this scar from Okainu, but did you know that his scar was foreshadowed way before? See, in episode 223, Zoro fought Luffy and gave him this scar. And after 264 episodes, Luffy gained his permanent scar by Akainu in Marineford War. Voice of all things refers to messages conveyed by animals that do not speak the human language. Did you know that we get to know this ability in episode 6? Yes, in this scene while the dog was barking. We can see Luffy being serious and watching him all dead serious as if he was understanding all the things the dog was saying. If you already knew this, take a look at this foreshadowing. Kaido's Devil Fruit, Fish Fruit, a mythical zone Devil Fruit that lets him transform into a dragon and breathe fire. Also Whitebeard's Devil Fruit, Guro no Mi, that lets him create earthquakes. We can see both Devil Fruit foreshadowed in episode 3. In the Dressrosa arc, when the battle between Luffy and Doflamingo was almost getting to its end, we can see major characters saying Luffy's name. Did you notice something malicious here? Yes, only Kanjuro here doesn't mention Luffy's name. Here he only says please, as if he wanted Doflamingo to win. Ha! This was indeed a great foreshadowing about him being a traitor. Putting all these foreshadowing things aside, let's talk about a fun fact about haircuts. We have seen flashy haircuts in all over One Piece, but have you ever wondered how and where do Straw Hats get their haircuts? For sure, we have never seen them getting a haircut though. So after a little bit of researching, I found that Usopp and Robin give Straw Hats their haircuts. But what about Frankie's hairstyles? I guess this man gets his haircut from GTA. One Piece is known for its ridiculous censorships. Sanji's cigarette replacement as a lollipop, and certain modifications in Ace's tattoo from this to this. I mean, that's a fair replacement for some people, I guess. In episode 15, the Usopp pirates' weapons have been changed from baseball bats and shovels to colorful cooking utensils. And I don't know why, but I'm starting to doubt 4Kids now. One of Buggy's crew members' skin was literally changed from this to this! I need the thing that 4Kids are smoking, man. I mean, these all are even fair censorships, but how do they even dare to censor clothes? Man, I hate 4Kids. These were one of the few censorships in One Piece, but there's another thing that is censored too. Click this button to uncensor it now. Thanks. There are many hidden One Piece references in other anime. In the Tower of God webtoon, there exists a character named Full Black adopting the appearance of Roronoa Zoro. If Zoro sees this, he is definitely saying, in episode 2 of Inuyashiki, there's a cool moment where a character in the background is dressed up as Luffy. If you ever watched Teen Titans Go, you are definitely gonna love this One Piece reference. In this episode, Robin is seen cosplaying as Luffy, and he even proudly shows a ship that resembles Thousand Sunny. Before ending this video, I would like to mention our honorable mention where Gintoki from Gintama series is seen eating a devil fruit, which is literally named Wave Fruit, that lets him transform his hair. Gotta love this show. Hey, are you still not subscribed? Subscribe!